Hello everyone. I wanted to take a minute to make this video to go over some of the things you will need to know for the rest of the semester. Mostly this includes accessing all of the materials needed on Blackboard, where everything is and how you'll get to it to complete both parts of the final, as well as your resources that you will need to complete the final. Some of what I'm about to show you is accessible to you now, some of it is not. What is not available to you now will be made available to you at 11:59 p.m. this Saturday, April 11th. So I'm going to share my screen now so that you can see Blackboard, and here we go. So in our Blackboard course, we're going to go to the course content weekly folder section. And at the very bottom, now you won't be able to see this until Sunday morning, but weeks 13 through 16 are all compiled together in a single folder. It shows here the due date for the final exam. Both parts of the final exam are due Friday, May the 1st by 11:59 p.m. So I'm going to click on that folder so you get a little bit of what we're going to be dealing with here. You have a fun meme. Number one is you have the assignment sheet here for the final exam. Now, you've had access to this all semester long. However, I've had to update it and amend it given our current new model for the course being online. So you'll find the assignment sheet here. You'll find it in the weekly course content folders at the top of the folder above all of the weekly folders, and you will also find it in the assignment section as well. So be sure to read through that. It is available to you now. The updated version is available to you in the course content folder at the top and again in the assignment section. There's also a rubric for the second part of the final exam. Now, this has not changed despite the change in our course model. You have access to all of my lecture notes for all 8 literary elements, as well as the supplemental learning videos. You may use both while completing your final exam. Both are allowed as testing aids. The lecture notes are in a subfolder of the current folder that we're in, weeks 13 through 16. So if you click on lecture notes, you will then have access to all of the lecture notes for the literary elements. Going back to the week 13 through 16 folder, you have down here a location guide for the supplemental videos to help you navigate through Blackboard quicker and more efficiently to get to those supplemental videos. Okay, so this is the week 13 through 16. I'll have to change that here in just a few. Folder. Again, you'll have access to this on Sunday. Now, going to the assignments section here on our Blackboard. Going to pause for just a second. You'll find the rubric for the second part of the final here, and you will find the assignment sheet for the final here. Okay, so these are both available to you right now. Scrolling to the very, very bottom, and you will not have access to this yet, but it is part 1 of the final exam. All right, now this will become available to you on Sunday as well. So pretty much starting next week, the floodgates are open as far as getting the final complete. It's an essay exam. It asks for 150 words per response. So every question you have to write a response of no less than 150 words. Questions 9 and 10 on part 1, you will need to save a copy of your responses to that because you will need it for part 2 of the final exam. So make a copy of that, put it off to the side so that you can either paste it into part 2 or you can type it into part 2. So again, this will be available beginning this Sunday, and the deadline for part 1 and part 2 of the final is May the 1st by 11:59 p.m. Note here again, lecture notes and supplemental videos are allowed as testing aids. Okay, how to get to part 2 of the final. Part 2 will be done through the discussion section. So in between assignments and course content, you'll see a new section called discussions. We're going to click on that, and you should see this page appear. Final exam part 2 film recommendation. Okay, we're going to click on that, and what you'll need to do, and all of this is on the assignment sheet for the final exam, all of the step-by-step process of how to complete part 2. I'm going to walk you through it now, okay? So we'll click on that blue link, which will send us to this page here. Now, by the time you get to it, you may see a couple of entries, a couple of threads that your classmates have uploaded and created. So it may not say no items found and be blank like this, okay? But regardless, you're going to want to click Create Thread. In the subject line, put your full name, first and last name, and then put the title of the film that you have selected for the final exam. Okay, put the title of the film, not just title of film. Actually put what the title is, okay. In the message section here, put your answers or responses. Questions 9 and 10, okay? So, got it? Okay, once you do, scroll down to attach a file. You want browse my computer. Now, or browse, yes. Now, before you get to this point, you'll need to search for your movie poster, the movie that you've selected. You'll need to search for the poster for that on Google or Yahoo or Bing, whatever it is that you use. Save the image. Don't save the link. Save the image to your computer, okay? Desktop preferred. This way it's a bit easier for you to find. Okay, so once you've saved it to your desktop and you have questions 9 and 10 from part 1 of the final exam included in the message section here, you go to Browse My Computer and you will find your image. I'm just going to navigate till I find an image here. I'm sure I have, yeah, okay, cool, movie poster. So I'll click on Amelie and you'll hit open. You should see the file appear down here. Once you have questions 9 and 10 in the message bar and you have the file attached for your movie poster, click submit. And it should look like this. So each of you, once you create a thread, it will appear as such. The title of your thread, which should be your first and last name and the title of the film that you've selected. By clicking on this, we should see your responses to questions 9 and 10, okay? And then we should see the file for your movie poster. So the idea here is that we go on sometime during the final week of the semester and we take a look at the films that our classmates are recommending or not recommending, and we're getting a look at the movie posters as well. Hopefully we can walk out of here with some recommendations either way. Both parts 1 and 2 of the final exam are worth 125 points. So what I just showed you is worth 125 points, and the essay exam responses are in total worth 125 points. So we are going to meet on Zoom same time next Monday, which would be April the 13th. We'll meet around 11 as usual, and at this point we'll go through all of this again if we need, but I'll be taking questions on the final exam and so forth. Addition to this, you'll receive an email shortly with these instructions and a few others included as well. I am currently still taking all reflection essays throughout the course of the semester. So if you have any essays that you have yet to write or turn in, you may do so up until May the 1st at 11:59 p.m. After May the 1st, I take no more work from this class. This class is done at that point, okay? So if you need to turn in additional reflection essays, you still have time. You've got pretty much this whole month to do so. It will be graded at this point on a 75-point basis. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I look forward to seeing you all on Zoom next week. Have a good day.